Now, the Coastal Development Authority is set to roll out a package geared at creating employment and addressing transportation needs of Ghanaians, a drive project. With as little as 5,000 cedis, you could own a car by paying a total of 25,000 cedis spread over a period. My colleague Joseph Akable has been taking a look at one of these cars in our report.
It's the Coastal Development Authority's drive project, vehicles that can be assessed at a cost of 25,000 cedis. But the good news is that it comes with some agreements where you can make an initial deposit and then drive away one of these vehicles. And it's targeted at various individuals, including Okada riders. The aim really is to address transportation needs aside from creating employment. We are here to take a look at some of these vehicles. And if I agree to take us on a short ride in one of the vehicles, let's go for the ride. So that is the end of our short ride here. And so we can look at various parts of the car. This is the gear that you saw him using. Then it also has the accelerator and the brake and the clutch all over there down here. And so just like a normal car, just the only difference is the size. That is the difference.
Well, if you want to benefit from one of these cars, we are going to have a conversation on how you can do that. So I'm in the studio with Chief Executive of the Coastal Development Authority, Jerry Ahmed Shaib. Good to see you.
Good to see you, ma'am.
I want to apply for one of the cars.
Like I said, the target is not for very wealthy people like you.
Oh, I'm well to do. Yeah, I receive it.
Yes. You look it, so you should receive it. The benefit,
who are the beneficiaries?
The target group is largely the Okada riders.
Okay.
We're also looking at commercial drivers and a group of people. We have what we call the CODA credit union.
Okay.
So you have some market women and men who are engaged in this kind of transactions, and that's how we want to support them.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you apply for this? And what's the the process of
Okay, so we have forms designed. It's actually the hire purchase agreement.
Okay.
So we have forms designed. We actually got the cars at 25,000 cedis. In fact, the cars themselves, we got them at 23,000. It covers insurance. It covers tracking systems. It also covers registration.
Okay.
And so when you pick them at 25,000 cedis. And then we have 2 years within which you're supposed to finish paying for whatever the car you picked.
Okay.
Now, this is how it works. It's very easy. And so what we have designed is a 20 days in a month. Every day you pay 41 cedis. So your daily sales for 20 days is 41 cedis. Now, if you want to pay at the end of the month and not pay 41 cedis daily, you pay 833 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
So you can imagine there is no pressure on you. What you can do is to work hard, make sure you work within the period of 2 years, then it becomes your car.
Okay.
As we speak, insurance, everything is in the name of Coastal Development Authority, CODA. But when you are done dealing with all these things, the payment, then
it will be transferred in your name.
Very well.
So how do you intend to, how is the payment done? Do they have to come to your office and come and pay 41 cedis?
So we have tracking systems. And the system is such that any day you work, there's an input to make.
Okay.
And then it reflects in the CODA account. That this is how much. So between you and me, we actually designed a system just like the Uber system.
Okay.
So you work and it reflects, and then you make the payment, it reflects.
Okay.
Within the period when you are done paying, it becomes yours. When you default in paying, we take it from you.
You take the car from me?
Yes.
How about the money that I've paid?
You worked within the period. You made a lot of money, trust me. Within
so
that period.
you don't get your money back?
No.
But is it for everyone in all 16 regions of Ghana?
No. So we are currently dealing with our remit, our jurisdiction, which is the Coastal Development Zone. So our zone is from Oti, Volta region, Greater Accra, Central, Western and Western North, these 6 regions.
Okay.
And fortunately for us, we also have service centers within these regions.
Okay.
And the people we got the vehicle from, we have some sort of arrangement, service arrangement that within certain periods you can also go and do servicing of these vehicles.
Okay.
Yes, so that's what we are doing now.
Okay, so how do you intend to, you say you have a tracking system.
Yes.
What if somebody runs away with the
No,
car?
you can't go beyond the jurisdiction. The tracking system would show that you are going beyond a certain, and it truncates. The vehicle will not move.
Okay.
Yes.
But if the person, so which is the jurisdiction?
So
means
you're supposed
if
to
you want
operate within. You can't, for instance, operate in Sunyani.
Oh, okay.
For now, yes.
Okay, so you have to operate within
our jurisdiction.
OT,
yes.
The coastal
up to Western North.
until you pay for
Yeah, then
the vehicle.
you can choose to operate in Togo. I mean, we are not even minded.
What if the person, gets missing within the circles?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We have a whole system that monitors your movement.
Okay.
So wherever you go, if you go and hide this vehicle in somewhere in Choco, and you're thinking that we can go and track it and bring it up.
Oh, okay.
So we have car trackers. So that's what we've done. We have an app that tracks every movement of every vehicle.
Of the vehicle.
So if we cannot find a vehicle for, say, like the next 30 minutes or 1 hour, we are able to tell that the vehicle is in Chemwena or...
Okay.
Yes, so that's what it is.
So what's motivating this whole thing? Because for Coastal Development Authority, I'm thinking that I'm going to hear premixed fuel, subsidization of premixed fuel. What's more?
We actually are not dealing with premixed fuel. There is a whole national premixed committee that deals with premixed, and that is under Ministry of Fisheries.
Okay.
Our mandate is largely to reduce poverty within our zone. Okay. So we have what we call the IPEP, which is the Infrastructure for Poverty Eradication Program. Now, we are running projects that we think that it's time to get to the Ghanaian people, first of all, to provide them with necessary job opportunities.
Okay.
Second, to provide them with the necessary assistance with reference to economic support.
Okay.
And then third, to make us have a very accident-free system. We are not saying that you won't have accidents.
Okay.
I've acted as board chair for Kolibu.
Okay.
If you go to the head of emergency, Dr. Akwatin, and ask him of the number of fatal accidents that emerge, that come out as a result of just motor, you would be surprised.
Okay.
Motorcycles. There is no day in Kolibu that you won't have a motor fatal accident recorded. So that was the first bit. The second bit was His Excellency the Vice President's directive. Now listen, Jerry, I think that you guys should move into this. Look at how you can help the people. Just don't be doing with outboard motors for fishers alone. Go beyond outboard motors. Let's also see how we can supply farmers with spraying guns and fertilizers and, get to commercial drivers and Okada people who are our main interest or target group.
Okay.
Let's relieve them of their Okada. So what we're actually doing is Okada for CODA.
Okay.
So if you're an Okada rider and you have a motorbike, the plan is to take the motorbike from you. You have a Ghana card, you bring your license, we take the motorbike from you, have it valued. If the cost of the vehicle, which is 25,000 cedis, we do the deductions of the valuation of on your motorbike, and then we give it out. So that's basically what we are doing. So CODA for Okada is really largely to help reduce accidents in the city centers and also to provide job opportunities to the people who are largely needy and also to support transportation largely in the hinterland. So when we take your motorbike, for instance, we don't go and just dump them. In recent times, you're also aware that there are a lot of robberies that are being carried out on motorbikes. So we believe that there are a lot of farmers out there who are also waiting to use some of these motorbikes just for transport systems. And these people form the credit union. They are part of the credit union. When we take a motorbike from you, what we do is to take it to, say, Pasa, where there are farmers who are working on some coconut or, some granite farms. We give these farmers the opportunity to own these motorbikes at extremely reduced prices. These motorbikes now become a form of transport or transportation for this farmer. And so this is basically what we are doing right now. CODA for Okada, Okada for CODA. Avoid accidents. Let's have it reduced at prices that they can afford. Any person who is largely minded to do business and is committed to doing business can easily acquire one of these and becomes a car owner. Okay. And you know what that means.
So this car can take how many people?
It can actually take 5 people, but the advice is to take 4 people.
So 2 people at the back?
2 in front, 2 at the back. The driver and the passenger in front, and then 2 other people at the back.
So how many vehicles do you have for a start?
Well, 200.
You have 200.
Yes.
For 200. And is this something you'll be doing?
Yes, we intend to run this quarterly. And our hope and prayer is that by next quarter, 2022, we are going to have another set of 200. But this is the trick. We are not just looking at this forever. We are actually veering towards owning electric cars in 2022. And we've plans and conversations and engagements are far advanced for us to look at that in 2022.
This is interesting.
That you see that CODA is the first to introduce electric cars.
So far, how many people have come forward to?
Is oversubscribed.
Oversubscribed. So if I want to join now, I can't.
I may have to give you my car. It's oversubscribed. So
well,
yes.
we wish you well in
this
efforts to reduce unemployment.
Very well.
And we'll be monitoring because we are so much interested in...
I'm excited you are interested.
Definitely. So we'll be monitoring how this whole thing... We don't want to now hear that, okay, now if you want to acquire this car, you have to go and see somebody to give you a protocol.
I'm one of the persons who can give you the assurance.
Okay.
I was appointed by His Excellency the President. So yes, largely I'm a politician.
Okay.
But you see, when it comes to food on the table and it comes to solving problems that would deal with satisfaction of the needy people and reducing poverty, there's nothing like politics. You know one trick? See, assuming you are CPP,
okay,
and you just get the opportunity to own one of these cars, you know what it means. That could be basis for you, which you would support me.
Okay.
And therefore support my party.
It's open for
100%. No libi-libi, no
lava. I'm grateful for your
time. Very much so. Thank you so much.
Jerry Shai,
yes.
Chief Executive Officer of the Coastal Development Authority.